we have all this Kevin Durant talk, right? Of like, where's he going? Obviously, he's going to be traded from the reports before the draft, or maybe on draft night. I would like to tell the teams out there that's actually looking to get Kevin Durant approach with caution. Okay? Because Kevin Durant is not a needle mover, in my opinion, no more when it comes down to if you're trying to win a championship. And this is not something that I'm making up. This is facts, right? Like, he hasn't moved the needle. Brooklyn Nets, one of the biggest busts in NBA history with that big three. And Kevin Durant, Harden, and Kyrie Irving. Move over, you go to the Phoenix Suns, another bust with another big three. 2 firings of 2 championship coaches. And Frank Vogel and Budenholzer. So if you're a championship, quote unquote, contender that's trying to like get over the hump, you better make sure you have all your ducks in a row. If you're the Knicks, if you got plans on getting Kevin Durant, you better get the right fucking coach that he's gonna respect. And I don't know which coach it is out there right now, because it seems like they're trying to go out and get everybody else's coach that's not available, which is weird, which is malpractice at its fucking finest for the New York Knicks when you fire Tom Thibodeau and don't have a plan in place.
Is this the most embarrassing coaching search ever, to that point?
Hands down.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Also, I will say this, and I'd have to argue a little bit. I think Kevin Durant's effectiveness at times gets questioned. I think, let's keep this real, the team that was put together in Brooklyn, and Steve Nash is my guy, that is not a championship team. That is not. It was not. It was a lot of dysfunction. Yes, Kevin Durant is the best player on there. So you would assume he could give you the best chance to win. That team was not constructed to win. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Did he have a part in that? Absolutely. But to say that he's not, then he goes to Phoenix, there's even more dysfunction, right? And that's fine. I'm not saying Kevin Durant is not to blame, but to think that he's not going to help your team win a championship, the verdict's still out. The verdict's still out. If your team has his ducks in order, like you said, having Kevin Durant on your team, if the team is good already, he will help your team. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, Channing. If you move the fucking needle, then you make guys around you better. For example, we watched Kyrie Irving win a championship and go to finals with LeBron James. That means LeBron James bought the best in Kyrie Irving.
There's only 3 dudes that do that. There's only 3 dudes in the league that do that.
Hold on.
He's just not one of those guys anymore.
We watched Kyrie Irving leave the Brooklyn Nets, and we watched Luka bring the best out of Kyrie Irving. They went to the NBA Finals, right?
Correct.
Okay, take it a step further. Before Kevin Durant got to Phoenix, we watched CP3 bring the best out of Devin Booker. They went to the fucking NBA Finals. Why is Kevin Durant not bringing the best out of his teammates? If you're considered a top 20 greatest player of all time, in my eyes, maybe top 15, you're supposed to bring out the best in your teammates. I'm not saying you have to be a vocal leader. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, why is it not working? From another championship coach to another that was fired out the door, you are not bringing the best out of those players.
The rosters are gross. Let's just be honest. The rosters were gross.
How?
The rosters are gross. Listen, Perk, yes, blame him a little bit. Blame him a little bit. Those rosters are gross. That is a gross unachieving roster. Stop it. There's no way you're saying they were starting Mason Plumlee half the season. They don't have a big. They don't have a bench.
Bro.
Yes, is Kevin Durant. Obviously, Kevin Durant is not 2017 Kevin Durant. Yes, he's not. You also named LeBron, who's one of the best leaders ever. Chris Paul, one of the best leaders ever. Luka Doncic, a pass-first guy. Kevin Durant is a scorer, right? He doesn't need, to me, he doesn't fit that mold of a guy that's going to be like, hoorah, come on, guys, come with me as I get 18 assists. That's not what he does. He's never been that.
I didn't say he was, Shannon. I'm asking why they're not winning. The first season with the
teams
Suns,
are trash.
Hold on, time out. The first season with the Suns, we gave them a pass because we said the roster was gross. They went out. Hold on. They went out. In that season, they traded for Royce O'Neal. I thought Royce O'Neal's a pretty good,
solid player.
Hold on, 3-and-D guy. Okay. Then you go out. You say you have problems at the point guard position. You go out and you get Tyus Jones. I watched Tyus Jones play some of his best basketball with the Memphis Grizzlies. Why that didn't happen with the Phoenix Suns?
Wasn't he coming off the bench?
All I'm saying is this, Shannon. I would not give up the house to get Kevin Durant.
Okay, yes. Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, he's not a needle mover like a Giannis Antetokounmpo. Is it great to acquire him because he's a fucking walking bucket? By the way, let me say this. Kevin Durant is the greatest scorer I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Okay.
I know Braun got the most points, but when it comes down to getting a pure bucket, he's the greatest fucking scorer I've seen in my life. Now, if he's willing to accept coming in and being a number 2 to someone, then yes, I agree. But again, I'm not giving up the house. If whoever's trying to get Kevin Durant, if you're the other team, I will finesse the shit out of them. I'm not giving up a ton of picks. I'm not doing all of that.
This is coming up. I'm going to give him some credit. Stephen A. obviously gave his A-list, top 5 destinations for KD and Giannis. Obviously, the two most talked about superstars here in the offseason and where they go next, what uniform they'll be wearing next season. I'm going to ask you guys this, and then Perk, I'm going to let you go because obviously you have a job to do, and we can wrap this up. And it'll be a little teaser, okay? You guys can marinate it on a little bit, and then we'll bring it in for the next episode. KD, 37, still averaging 28. Obviously, Perk, you just gave – and Shannon gave your thoughts on that. Obviously, we know the situation with the Suns. Giannis, 30 years old, 1 ring, the Bucks. Okay. Who would you rather build a team around for the next 3 years? 37-year-old Kevin Durant or a 30-year-old Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Yeah, Allie, I love you. I love y'all. That's a no fucking brainer. That was probably the easiest question you ever asked me in your fucking life.
Yeah, and I have to agree.
It's easy, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Hands down.
Yeah. I just
it's
think
not even close.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not that close. It's really not. It's really not. And Giannis is just, Allie, you need physicality.
I said build around. Kevin Durant, what?
I know. Kevin Durant is a monster.
I'm saying that I don't think it should be this close. Or not even that close, like you said.
It's Giannis. It's Giannis all the way. And here's why. You look at the physicality of Giannis. You look at Giannis's work ethic. You look at what he brings every single night. What about some
injury history there?
Each one has their injury history. And I like the younger guy, right? Also, I think Giannis would do better in a situation where, like when he was with Drew Holiday, like when the ball is not in his hands 90% of the game, when he can be somewhere where he trusts, but he's also a leader, he can trust the other players around him, he's a whole different beast. He is a whole different beast. I think he's lost trust in Milwaukee based on the roster, guys getting older, whatever's happening, so they put more on his plate. Giannis is better with less on his plate. Keep things simple for Giannis, and he can do really well. But I think right now, just looking at KD's age and just how the game is played, it would of KD as a winning championship was in 2017. He's tried to emulate that, And so it's going to be harder to do that at his age of 37. Is he great? For sure. I think it's harder to do that with a 37-year-old when the best players and teams are under 30.
I will say this to end. Wherever Kevin Durant goes next, I hope that he has a whole lot of success. Here's why. Kevin Durant needs a place that he could go and he could finish off his career and win at a high level that he could call home. Kevin Durant is the only superstar, in my opinion, that doesn't have a home. LeBron James has two homes, we know for sure. I don't know what's his relationship like with the Heat, but the Lakers and the Cavs. Russell Westbrook, Oklahoma City. Kawhi Leonard, Spurs, Toronto.
Ooh,
Steph
I don't know about the
Curry,
Spurs.
Huh?
I don't know about Kawhi and the Spurs are too tight, but
okay,
sure.
whatever. Okay, Toronto. Okay, I'm just saying, where's KD's home? Where's KD home? This is a guy that deserves a fucking statue when he retires. Is he going to get a statue in Oklahoma City? That's a question. We don't know. Is he going to get a statue in Golden State? That's another question, right? Where's KD home? Like, when you think about his career, when we think about guys that's retired, let's just say Shaq and Charles Barkley, for example. Shaq, Magic, Lakers, like, he has a home. Heat, right? Barkley, 76ers, and Phoenix. Where is Kevin Durant home? I hope he goes somewhere where he can have some success, win another championship that he could call home.